Samson Anyenini, nenum kankan so fuyase. Samson Anyenini, a very dirty old man. He hides behind some stupid law school he has gone and then sit on TV to indirectly malign people, acting as if he does not know what he's doing. He is a political misfit. He's a political insect with a smelly mouth. In their stupid heads, and he's a risker without fact. These fools were sitting on TV and they started creating an impression, say, the NDC government in 2016 that was going out of power had stolen money because they had invested in infrastructure. Kwaku Baako and Nimsen Kuruma ne KwasiA not to a friend Samson Anyenini. My friend KwasiA because that stupid dirty rat at a point tried to tell people me my platform is not credible. A read to sell nipa fin to sell Samson Anyenini. You could not tell Kwaku Baako that this is a credible platform. That is why I keep telling Ghanaians, multimedia, cocaine media, it has been one of the most despicable media houses. It derailed Ghana's development because open the fake news probably be a free buyer. A joy news no my fake news I be doing ne.
Kevin Taylor afire Samson Anyenini after say President John Dramani Mahama win the 2024 election. A high group of trends meeting at the cyber and no first than a video bomarding. Na click subscribe at my same my video bia na on sa kind of quick. Abusuya in Kamaya say Kevin Taylor had to just 2025 did fake news any jandama MPP4 created 2016 or Babe saying even from 2016 about 2024 between 2025 jandama MPP4 be critibiano or be killing Abusuya Kevin Taylor asha say na was starting every year Samson Anyenini so or see 2016 yet to abana Mahama elusu election Samson Anyenini etna joy news etwan tro se editor NDC so say o ma wi Ghana fosika abra omunifat kanyama ebikoto MPP4 so say Mahama win the 2024 election MPP4 ya ashi MPP4 pa se Mahama atima win 2024 election asho mo say NDC for win o se candidate bi kra na win na nye Mahama podi anke MPP4 MPP4 de but se Mahama win election ashi MPP4 pa yonkuti nsema Kevin Taylor kan but mo dey na leave comment or comment section ase.
Now calculation how fake news started, how some individuals decided to lie to the Ghanaian people, and how some of the media enabled them to do that. On says yekase obi a fake news propeller, and I say fake news and a jandam ambassador, and I say you will be a utratro, and then nipa baako ne twatro it is a corruption. Fake news obi create fake news no, na obi deliberately so a pushy fake news no. If you don't see a atro in the on the airwaves, and I say in our newsprints, and I say on the social media platforms, any news outlets, don't see to say, oh, it will be the she baby, and why fake news, you on conform with say, especially MPP for to be them, because okay, you can't run to asimisi so, and the fake news started well from 2012. In fact, so let's study. Social media or Facebook became very, very attractive from 2012. And that was the time John Mahama, president of the Republic of Ghana. And you realize, say, the NPP actually capitalized on it, especially that boy been now aid to Baomiano Mukuno, no, and Ubusa Samira Mohamed to match Nipa Ukun any other. Baumia had an aid. So boy been no di Baumia chomosi omukoda hotel and or no ohitinsuo and electrocuting a boy we and ma be a video audio be say time boy no ya de da no Baumia na yire ebewura dem ho and omoye bibia no no mpie ensem bebre we don't care about those things. But so okay start from 2012 no sa boy na odi Baumia chi no, that is when they capitalized on using social media to then misinform and disinform the system. It is John Mahama not being lucky, social media played a very vital role for the NPP from 2012. They capitalized on it and then they used it negatively to make sure that Ghanaians everywhere in Ghana, they created the fake news to the point that everybody was just angry with fake news. Majority of the people who were angry with John Mahama were not angry with John Mahama as a person, but they were angry with John Mahama and the NDC administration in 2012 because of what they heard. So they were angry about the news. So the anger towards the news, and a trigger John Mahama's governance. It ultimately who's obliged say, oh, Mahama there now a nice man power or any papa nanso ya say. Oh, Mahama there will be any. Oh, some Mahama was school. Oh, Mahama or Yakwan. Mahama there a gentleman pa nanso ya say. So what the NPP did from 2012, and they say they created the fake news, and that fake news, and when a trigger, Mahama shocking any NDC for. So from 2012 to 2016, fake news really helped the NPP to lie to Ghanaians, and also was the beginning of our development. The downhill, a called downhill. That was when our development, the rate at which it was at the end of the day progress. That was when it started retarding. They started doing what, slowing down, because fake news will be taking over. No crea what they hear any dear fata. Let me say it that way. What's needed than what's important. At that point, your development as a nation started declining, because this is the situation where a government from 2012 starts to do what? Starts to build a Kwame Nkrumah interchange, where in the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way to John Mahama time, we knew, say, Kwame Nkrumah Circle was basically the hub of Accra. And known as a one looking at activities in Accra in terms of commute and how people are able to move to do business. With the moment you unlock that grid, there was a gridlock. There was this locker, a circular, a crack kahuna a massa disaster they see circle ni see because around that time you could see say circle was like a locked place. Now ufri adenta ufri ebri na say let's stay adenta ana Madina mami found brain found do Madina ufri Madina now ufri Legon now we'll call circular. It could take you like 2 hours to get there because sa commute John Mahama and NDC for who say sa commute to one way or the other it is hindering economic development because obu odi dwanopa or sorry ahomache 5:30 obo say ondru circle nkohwehwe the table MBA the store na about 8 now nipa no ahwe about 3 hours of sika anko so onya until you could see say when you get 20,000 people who are all facing the same thing, coming from different directions, all coming to meet at Circle, because some people have to get to Circle before they are able to get another car to go to another place. Obo hoko Accra Central, Ebia Ondu Circle, Obedre Ebia 37. He or she needs to change car. Traffic ni jinema on free air Legon Cranberry 37 and switch a car and the other side, Uncle for Abia Tema, and I say Uncle for Accra Central car. And do that time now we're missing a lot of hours. So working hours, we are losing a lot of working hours. Your mama can say, okay, then and the over concentration in your circle, not on C circle, not eases that traffic, Send a beya economically, Obia also obey Juma within 1 hour and within 40 minutes, we drew 20 minutes, with him the Jiska. Jandam from 2012 did not allow Mahama to help Ghanaians to understand how these things were helping them indirectly. The same way when you go all the way to KwasiA, you could see from Air Circle to KwasiA could take you hours. John Mahama realized that he needed to also unlock KwasiA. Now, when you unlock KwasiA, you are not just unlocking KwasiA as from Circle to KwasiA, but also the alternative roads that was going to go through inside KwasiA all the way around to take you around Airport, West Hills Mall. You can go through the other side. He had to unlock KwasiA. John Mahama unlocked KwasiA. Now there was free flow of traffic. Now economically, you don't know how that helps, but people are able to commute in and out. And what does it say? Economic prosperity starts because so we spend 5 hours. Obuha, or person otina ejom eton adiamani about 6 o'clock. But about 3 penani yemushishino we have traffic slow traffic from Circle to Adenta, from Circle to Ebri. Obuha. Oti ebia adenta otonade e KwasiA ne shop e ho na wo onyanko betina shop no ma na bo 7:30 but osro traffic about 5:30 na yem chichi no person pon 2-3 hours that could make him or her extra money sa hours ni na ashegu atoto store mu akotina traffic. So John Mahama was able to ease that, but the man na Ghana for the importance of all these things, and they say there was a group of people or there were a group of people, they were so enshrined in making sure, say, omo party and power, omo their trouble say kruno. Anytime guys said that was when their development, they started declining. And there were some groups, and TV so they were lying. And let me take you back. Into from 2012 to 2016, that was the most difficult part of your governance, because the NDC government had to fight fake news. The NDC government, at the same time, had to explain itself why they needed to do some projects. Because some people were even being told to say, so who see e-blocks or Ghana, and papa, and yeah. But the same people today are telling us we have to implement free SHS. Now, when you don't have the infrastructure ready, how do you implement free SHS? Into Mahama echo around the nation are also e-blocks, you know. People too were on radio and TV telling Ghanaians to say the e-blocks, you know, and yeah, e-blocks, papa, paper so I break chromo phone. So they created this in the heads of Ghanaians. We were not even willing to accept a development as a third world country for us to rely on that to become successful. It is also stated from 2012. The development nana everybody the NDC had to force themselves to force the development on Ghanaians. In two time be segment housing NDC, you know, there were a lot of people on the sidelines. They were fighting the NDC. Remember, these were the same people MPP for and Akufo Obeto Eddie and Dumso Awanya Hoshi. John Mahama had to also fight Dumso. So you could see there was a lot going on. And the social media part where Omodeya Jandam Echan Trono, it was also basically, it was fun and it was working. Now, after John Mahama winning election, losing election 2016, election 2016, time and a transition, something happened. And these things, don't take it lightly. These are things the young ones or more MPP, people who had role models, people who believed in some people, they have learned from them and they are trying to copy the style of the old criminals who used journalism to cover what they do. Because majority of the people who were speaking for Nana Akufo-Addo MPP those times, they used journalism to cover the crime they were committing. They knew, majority of them, 99% of the people, the so-called journalists on TV those times, they knew they were lying. They were committing a crime, but they used journalism. They hid behind in some troni, in some trofo, where the Okasa TV, so where they were journalists, and they deliberately used fake news, lies to destroy us. So our development from 2012 to 2016, John Mahama and NDC Krana, they were strong in their decisions. We would have seen a radical declining of our development from 2012 because John Mahama and so obey Temahabo expansion, obesi Kotokraba, obesi Kejetia, obesi Sewia, obey a quine overpass, a interchange Pogwasi, obey Circle, obey Kaswa, obey Kotakrada Portano, obey the Northern Regional Kosi Health Center, obesi a regional hospital, obey the Volta Regional Besi University. If John Mahama had not taken the decision to make sure these things are done from 2012 to 2016, and any development, so from that time, John Mahama Anyanka, you could have seen, say, from 2017 to 2024, our development would have been worse. Because in Kofu Ebedi Power 8 years, they cannot still point to one infrastructure that is contributing to Ghana economically, financially, socially, or anything. All that they talk about is digitalization. Now, I want you to understand why fake news any atro adebia I was say stopping, and the media have led this campaign, and I'm happy some media men and women have decided to fight this fake news. Now, time John Mahama lose election 2016, somebody like Kwaku Baako, he sat on TV. Ekekan Sembi, even after John Mahama had lost the election or NDC had lost the election, they were still on TV making you believe the lies they told without facts. And you know what? So Kwaku Baako abodama. So abodam free fie and we do radio station so. I was saying na me Kwaku Baako tia say so abodam because obi abodam with all due respect onim until what you are saying, and now I adwini ye adwuma no when I be kire say nipa say we do things this way which is the right way, yours is the wrong way. And you say wo allow bodam ni betena TV so. Now we say you know what bodam some tia because we are said human being obi abodam obehu. Na se nipa na wabodam no eye bibi na wo foa no so na wan check nipa na it means that when you say nipa na bodam, but you just want the person to come to your office and destroy that office you share with other people. This is right after 2016. Kwaku Baako kwatena Joy News. Samson Anyenini nenum kankan so fuyase. Samson Anyenini, a very dirty old man, a very selfish, stinking guy who thinks he knows everything but knows nothing. He hides behind some stupid law school he has gone, and then sit on TV to indirectly malign people, acting as if he does not know what he's doing. He is a political misfit. He's a political insect with a smelly mouth. He encouraged Kwaku Baako to lie. Even I know Odimse Kwaku Baako had already told him, say, there are some amike etro. Listen to these two buffoons.
We're talking here complaints from within the NDC. Yes, it's all part of it. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. Within the NDC, yes, it's all part of it. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. Within the NDC, yes, it's all part of it. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. In sleeping, they were trapping. It's true. You see, if they had won, the issue of accountability will be buried. It's usually when you lose, and you lose in such an abysmal manner, that issues of accountability are articulated. And that's exactly what we're having. Somebody thought, look, it's a done deal. Look at Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Look at KwasiA. Look at Rich. Look at all those places. So it's a done deal. Put some big billboards here and there. Put some flags all over. This country was in NDC colors anywhere you went. And they went to bed, waiting for declaration in favor of President Mahama and the NDC. I repeat, the scale, the parliamentary defeat alone is indicative that a party didn't work. They squandered their resources. They were very confident. They were arrogant. We all know, we had it. Look at the way a man meets the press platform of a government machinery was used on the last day. Can you imagine? You are not communicating, you are irritating. So to be honest with you, it's a lesson, and it's a lesson for even the incoming government.
Okay. Well, Kwaku Baako kasa ote de kan nenim se nkuruma. All started Kasan where right after John Mahama 2016 NDC lose elections. Now transition team ni yejuma to hand over to Akufo-Addo. Not in news file. Samson Anyenini halitosis nenum kankan. KwasiA we friend also or a journalist credible. Kwaku Baako bien and no catch the Samson Anyenini say. Asema obeka no ni facts. Na emum NDC for we sika papa. Impedifo mienu mutu ofu dwene KwasiA. You call yourself a journalist sitting on TV. Thousands of people were watching you. You foolish idiots call yourselves to say you are people who are supposed to be role models. You are journalists who are supposed to hold the ethics right. KwasiA. Samson Anyenini KwasiA paying it to war ebo the trinko. Kwaku Baako in his submission or say asema mebe kanu mininjina so na enso NDC wie sika. Na hwe de kire so mu wie sika. Hwe the construction of Kwame Nkrumah interchange. KwasiA for you. They had a problem with Kwame Nkrumah interchange because in their head without facts, and this is a risk. He spoke about KwasiA interchange in their stupid heads, and this is a risk without facts. He stated a Ridge Hospital in their stupid, dirty asses, and this is a risk without facts. So these fools were sitting on TV, and they started creating an impression, say, the NDC government in 2016 that was going out of power had stolen money because they had invested in infrastructure. Because fools like this had not seen anything like that before. They could not come to that understanding that somebody can be president for 4 years and all these things will be done without taking the taxpayers' money. So, Kwaku Baako and enim se nkuruma ne KwasiA paying or to a friend Samson Anyenini. My friend KwasiA paying because that stupid dirty rat at a point tried to tell people me my platform is not credible. A read to sell. Nipa fin to sell Samson Anyenini. You could not tell Kwaku Baako that this is a credible platform. That is why I keep telling Ghanaians, multimedia, cocaine media, it has been one of the most despicable media houses. It derailed Ghana's development. Because the fake news probably be a free buyer. Joy news, no matter fake news, I be doing ne. Samson Anyenini, a dirty fool like that, could not say, Mr. Pressman, without due respect, what we do here is only passing out facts. If you are going to speculate on this my platform, as much as we are foolish and we are friends behind the scenes, I cannot allow you, because such statements by Kwaku Baako on a day a government was taking over, no, was still creating an impression in some Ghanaian. Oma Junimu say Mahama ni NDC where we are there. Mahama kwesi circle interchange into Oyewi. Mahama kwesi Rage Hospital to Oyewi. Mahama akwakoye kwa into Oyewi. So that thing, and that is how they lied. That is how they branded NDC say Oyewi for. It's when you see halitosis, a filthy, dirty, smelly mouth skunk like Samson Anyenini sits there and nod. Then in a few years, because MPP is in power, Samson Anyenini wins Journalist of the Year. You could tell us, and also you could tell, say, Ghana as a nation, majority of the people are almost the institutions in the Bible. Jimmy, where are the principles? Where are the ethics? Who is watching who and who is directing who? And KwasiA Samson Kwaku Baako telling Ghana for say NDC Sika because almost see Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Oh, who be that with Jimmy? Because Odi MPP he could not see any kind of leader 8 years where to my idea will be it. He was surprised that under 4 years under John Mahama, no, he was able to build cycle interchange into automatically NDC has stolen without facts. And that is what we have lived with. Abedruha. KwasiA we asa a change your mudia kwatena Peace FM, Alote Jacobs, Kwame Sefa Kain, Kwame na Duncan, and KwasiA we for 8 years they defended this dirty, filthy, stupid tribal party. For 8 years they could not build one hencoop. Kwaku Baako kasano or say parliamentary defeat in 2016 against the NDC, you know, it showed that the government did not work. In 2016, how many seats and NDC lose here in the parliamentary elections? How many? Osaka said if the NDC government had won, accountability would have been difficult. Would have lost the fight against accountability. Sasho Namu, Asama no kind of brofono. Or say, Sanka NDC, we need 2016 elections now. And Ghana as a nation would have lost the fight against accountability. For 8 years, this filthy toilet mumwa sat on radio and TV and defended every shit of Ekufuado and Bawumia. Did we lose the fight against accountability? Right now, we are talking about a political party coming from opposition to take over 90 seats from a sitting government that has been in power for 8 years. Have we lost the fight against accountability? Is it telling us that the NPP is not a party anybody should vote for? These twerps cannot sit on radio today to say these same statements. They had a problem with the government that was building. They had a problem with the government that was constructing. So when I see something I need to sit on radio, TV, and Samson Anyenini sit on TV to interview people to ask them, and then foolishly come and say, Samson's take. When no can take. The principles are gone because you fools wanted to bring a tortoise to lead us. Me, do attempt. I'll bring the facts to show why you have to be insulted because when Jimmy. That is why you have an issue with John Mahama coming back to power. NPP election of Louisiana. The young election, and yes, lose power no, and because they lost power to John Mahama. I'm problem, I don't know. Samson Anyenini any the foolish so-called pundits, not TV, Sunu radio, so no say John Mahama will never NDC win. It's not the NDC win, and then there's someone say politics. Their pain is that why should John Mahama come back to power? Why should we call His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the President of the Republic of Ghana? And no ne because in your head, Ghana for Jimmy out to the point to say we will not question the system. We will not question the things they said. We will not verify. We will not fact check them. They will still go through the cracks with their stinking dirty propaganda and fake news. And we are setting the standards. Nobody in Ghana will be given a space. If you want NPP to come to power, use facts to bring NPP back to power. If I want NDC to stay in power, I will use the facts to prove that NDC should stay in power. Until nobody in Ghana, Akwara Openino Aponchio Kramayo can begin to think, say, they can still stick to the 442 formation and lie to the people. Never. NCBM. Samson Anyenini, some of those people don't have the credibility to be sitting on TV. Such a foolish old man sits before you to tell you he has no fact. But, and these are the things he said.
We're talking here complaints from within the NDC.
Yes.
Yes, it's all part of it. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. In sleeping, they were chopping. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. In sleeping, they were chopping. Within the NDC.
Yes.
Yes, it's all part of it. Indeed, and I have to be very honest, I don't have the evidence, but I think they squandered a lot of their resources. In sleeping, they were chopping. It's true.
It's true. He has no facts. Honestly, I don't have facts to what I'm about to say. But they squandered a lot of the resources. In sleeping, they were chopping. We also say, hey, true. We're on board them. So what's your basis for saying it's true? Because from the beginning, you said they don't have facts. That means whatever you are saying, there are no basis for what you are saying and that it's a lie. If you don't have facts, then where are you conjuring this from? And a so-called dirty riffraff sitting there. The name who ya sa hokrosapo KwasiA kurasini oban crying obi fie na oyerete obi fie be 4 years. KwasiA, what bedru? This is what they did. Kwaku Baako the nim say owuo. Kwaku Baako the nim say owuo. The nim gase say owuo na ase. KwasiA kikan for 25 years. The political journalism career was about JJ Rollins. JJ wu no dane aboa. Kwaku Baako JJ Rollins wu ye and obey a dead animal na nam Ghana. Nyansa ni trimu biem. His journalistic whatever career was all around JJ Rollins. How many facts? Kwaku Baako sits on radio. I have this document. I came to Jubilee House. I got it from Jubilee House. Obenya access to that toilet paper. Na akwawe the toilet paper na nam Ghana. KwasiA sem or the hoya sa ade na so. How can I come sit here and tell you Ghanaians, these are the documents and this is what I have found? The document now, why do you have to respect me? Now, Jimmy, when I'm Ghana, sister toilet paper is a good bag of font and time be the name so woo. All because hatred for JJ Rollins, everything that germinates out of the NDC is evil to him. But he is an evil person, yes. And that is how they attach, you see, the journalism they did. Some of them, they did journalism, they attached personal issues or personal their beefs with people to their journalism. So it wasn't about fighting for you. And the agenda was that anything JJ Rollins touches, kill it. That is Kwaku Baako and his group of foolish old men. Australia now toilet papers a good bag. At a point, Joy News or your news for na club is table ase. Mumusana say insia omonudia. Or your news follow na club is table ase or no commercial break and one. People question him say, I don't know, yes, sir. The host could not speak. Kwaku Baako. Corey's we. And we sit in Ghana. We need to stop this. KwasiA, how can a journalist sit on TV and tell you, say, administration no AC Kotokraba, AC Kwame Nkrumah Circle, AC Kaswa. At a point, I'm going to say John Mahama e-blocks increasing room. So that is the main reason they had to lose elections. We won't see no on an Ghana can KwasiA. Say Obewumi have a kind tribute, tin. And Kwaku Baako is a veteran. He's the pioneer of journalism in Ghana. And Kwaku Baako was there. And Kwaku Baako was jail. Ongwani jail. Now, Randy Abe akoswa KwasiA benyu abetena ho and I was jailed. Ungwani wako jail. Ya bonko for trimu to pay ajikuro. What do KwasiA say no wako jail and no me na wa Ghana. And I went to jail and JJ Rollins did this and JJ Rollins did that. Offer one document about me fanchiro. KwasiA. Let us stop the jandam. Age. So when you now ni nyansa now person kind of cry ye didn't cry any nidie ebe shiao. Majority of impeniform Ghana one kind of cry. See me. So a young man or a young woman, now say we hear radio, we hear TV, now the journalists be here. 90% of journalists when you know Ghana one kind of correct. 90% of them they are liars. 90% of them they are there because they hate somebody. It is not because of you. So do not fall to these things. These are liars. double check and fact check every single thing. The NPP are very effective in opposition. Some opposition are no Jimmy the better pa and no chatro. Yenim pathway, yenim be free, yenim atro the NPP. When they are in opposition, they are very effective because all my life no air consa atro and waya and no de bomb bra NPP for. They are expecting that. Yen say nipa, yengu kuro, yengu de nimase, yengu ni mufi, meme yemo biambuno. That is what they are made of. That is what they believe in. So we study NPP as a political party, and that is what they are very good at. Yen say anything, you saw what they did to Alan Kojo Chairman. That is the NPP. Omu nim, omu be sewu, omu be kum, omu de omano be sewu. Omu opposition, omu ya be for more than some more power. So omu ba power, no mu be ye no, omu de akoshe toiletim. So omu free power pe, no ma akoshe toilet, no mu di toilet, no ma ko yibe ye na sa mene. So no mu niya so. Until we are about to see a lot of this jandam, fake news. Let us treat it as a crime. Fake news can kill you. Fake news can destroy your business. Fake news can destroy your home. Fake news can destroy a nation. Let us treat fake news as one very serious crime. Some people are not even supposed to walk on the street. When we get to the bottom to know, say fake news, no more peddle. They are not supposed to give them the room to walk on the street. They need to be locked up. We need to treat fake news, misinformation and disinformation with every little strength in us as a nation. Because and grounds are. That is what they will use to destroy us again. Now, Kwaku Baako, 70 years when you change Ghana, KwasiA no de Ghana.